We're gonna have a full house tonight. Good to see everyone.
Bluetooth off.
I don't know.
Okay, it's off. Good. Good.
Tonight, I'm just going to bring in a little bit of thought around the idea of staying present, which is basically our practice at Verge. Staying present on your mat and how you can use that as a tool to stay present out there. Take it a step further, being authentic to your true self. And that's also kind of a difficult practice to do because life just kind of has us off course, the busyness, and often we don't have the time to really draw inward and take that time to kind of study ourself. So this practice just offers up that time to draw inward, tap into being present, and then try to take that off your mat when we finish. So let's start in child's pose. Mm-hmm. Welcome, everyone. You come into your version of child's pose. Extend your fingertips forward. Draw your hips back. Carve out that space for yourself. Pull belly up and in. Just kind of land where you land, so nothing forced here. And as you go through your practice, just kind of identify those areas where you feel that you are forcing, where you can just kind of draw back. Give yourself that space. Take a full breath in, knees are wide. Full breath out, just settle here. Inhale and exhale. Take 2 more deep breaths. Exhale it out. Take 1 more, really feel it. Feel it in your body. Feel in your mind, just rest. Come forward into tabletop. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Widen your fingertips. Kind of spin those biceps forward. Inhale, lift your gaze, drop your belly. Exhale, tuck chin deeply and round out your spine. Do that again. Exhale, dome. 1 more full cycle. Lift your gaze, drop your belly. Exhale, tuck chin deeply and dome. Come to the neutral spine. Take 1 leg back at a time. You're in your high plank. So knees are lifted. Pull those quads up. Extend the forehead, the crown of the head forward. Real strong line of energy. Inhale. Exhale, lift hips up and back. First down dog. Pedal it out. Sway your hips. Just take what you need. So give yourself permission to take what you need throughout class. Come back to stillness. Right leg lifts high on the inhale. Keep the legs straight, just fan the hip open. Point, flex, circle the ankle out. Come back to center. Bring knee towards nose, dome. Inhale up and back. Exhale, place it through. Tap back, knee down. Just come into a soft, deep lunge. Resting your palms on your front quad. Just finding ease here. Inhale. And exhale. Plant left palm. Pop the back knee up, tuck toes under. Come into your twisting lunge. You can take your arm out and up. Full breath in and a full breath out. One more breath just to lift and open. On your exhale, release. Frame your front foot. Inhale. Exhale, guide the front leg straight in, dome. Just hold the static stretch. Maybe lift the front toes, press back through the back heel. Did a HIIT class the other day and my hamstrings are super tight. So just allowing the body to open up gracefully with ease. Come back to your lunge. Plant both palms, brace. You're going to take it back to that plank. Strong plank once again. Inhale. Exhale, tap your knees this time. Low push-up. Release down, small cobra. So as we go into April, we're going to be working these belly back bends. So just lift your heart through. And then on your exhale, lift up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift your left leg high. Keep it high, keep it straight, fan the hip open. Point, circle the ankle out. Come back through center, bring knee towards nose. Inhale up and back. On your exhale, place it through. Tap back, knee down. Come into your deep lunge, just resting your palms. Just easing, right? Nothing forced. You're going to release that right hand, pop the back knee up, come into your twisting lunge. So building it slowly, still establishing that breath. Inhale and exhale. Take one more breath, lift and open. On your exhale, release, frame the front foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, guide the front leg straight, dome. Ease back to the lunge. Plant both palms, brace. Take it back, high plank. Inhale. Exhale, low push-up. You know you can tap knees. Inhale, upward facing. Keep it small with the cobra. Lift up and back, downward dog. So you can modify that vinyasa all through practice. Take another one here, just smooth it out. Moving on breath. Walk your feet up to your hands. Bend your knees deeply at the top of your mat. Reach arms back to airplane. Heart is lifting. Reach forward and up. Sink your bum back towards your heels. Chair pose. Guide your legs straight. Press palms at the top. Bring hands through heart center. Just pause for a moment to set that intention for your class. Make it personal, meaningful, grounding. Arms down by your side, mountain pose. Here we go. One breath at a time we move. Arms sweep high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, right foot back. Inhale, airplane arms. Exhale, forward and up. Full breath in, settle, full breath out. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open to your warrior two. Breathe in, soften, breathe out. Little dynamic movement. Inhale, straighten the front leg, arms overhead. Exhale through heart center, back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten. Through heart center, warrior two. This opens up the body. Inhale, straighten. Back to warrior two, pause, soft gaze forward. Flip and revolve your warrior. Cartwheel down, plant both palms, brace. Take it back, high plank. Inhale, exhale low. Breathe in, upward facing. Pull it back, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. On your exhale, place it through. Come light to fingers. Exhale, step forward and fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, rise up to your chair. Sink, settle, so those pinkies are kind of spinning in. Guide the legs straight, press palms at the top. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, left foot back. Inhale, airplane arms. Exhale, forward and up. Full breath in. Soften those shoulders. Full breath out. Inhale, reach. Open to your warrior two. Breathe in. Settle, breathe out. Inhale, straighten, take arms overhead. Through heart center, warrior two. Watch where that front knee tracks. Inhale, straighten. Back to warrior two. Fluid movement. Come back to warrior two and just pause. Notice. Flip and revolve, one breath. Cartwheel down, plant both palms, brace. Take it back, high plank. Inhale. Exhale, low push up. Breathe into the upward facing. Pull it back to down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, place it through. Light to fingers, lengthen. Exhale, step forward and fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, rise up to your chair. Exhale, settle. Guide your legs straight, a little back bend at the top. Exhale, fold. Enjoying the movement. Inhale. Exhale, right foot back. Spin the back heel flat. Reach arms back. Windmill up, warrior two. Breathe in. Soften, breathe out. Now we're just getting into that essence of flow. Flip and revolve. Grabbing the left wrist with your right thumb and index finger. Inhale, guide the front leg straight. Gently pull back. Exhale, bend. Letting the breath move you. Inhale. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, gently pull back, hold here. So you're really pressing off both feet, take both arms back. Create that space up the side body. Bring that left arm forward. Come into your straight leg triangle. Reach, lengthen, and then drop in. So you don't want to collapse in the straight leg triangle. You're opening your torso, expanding through your arms. That soft gaze can be up or neutral. Reach that top arm high. Flip the palm, wrap it behind. So now you're opening up that right shoulder. A little more space. Maybe take that left arm forward. Just an option. These are the moments where we dial into that present moment with our breath. Take one more right here. Open up. Exhale, lengthen. Come back to your foundation. Float up to warrior two. Maybe widen your base. We're coming into the bent knee triangle. Reach forward. Drop in. Maybe a block on that inside of that front foot. Once again, more opportunity to open up the chest. Make sure you're not putting all the weight into that front knee. You're really engaging that back leg. Take one big arm circle. Tap the extended. Take another circle. Tap the extended. Stay here. One more breath. Just see what you can find on that exhale. Back to foundation. Stay low in legs. Float up to warrior two. Flip and revolve, one breath. Cartwheel down to the twist. Plant right palm. Back heel is high. Take one more breath to peek up. Release down, high plank. Move through your vinyasa. We'll meet back in that down dog. Never rushing it. Big toes come to touch. Shift forward to your plank. Plant left palm, spin heels to the left. Build that strong base. Option to modify, dropping that bottom knee. Option to play. Be light through your hips, open through your heart. Bring that top arm forward. Really feel the length and space. Release down. You have an optional low to high push-up. Back to down dog, right leg lifts. Bring knee towards nose. Inhale, up and back. Right knee, right elbow or tricep. Lean in and tap. Inhale, up and back. Cross it over, connect. Take it into your fallen triangle. Shoot the leg through. So just another version of our straight leg triangle. Strong, long, open, spacious. Let your head drape back this final moment. Release down. Swing your right leg up and back. On your exhale, place it through. Tap the back knee down. We're back to that deep lunge. So familiar, maybe a little more space. The breath just brings us right back to our center. Maybe you take your arms high, maybe behind your head, elbows out wide. Final moment here just to open up through the heart space. Inhale, reach high. On your exhale, release. That back leg can pop up. Standing split. Bring feet together and fold. Halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, rise up to that chair. Seat your bum back towards your heels. Inhale, straighten, tiny back bend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot back. Spin the back heel flat. Reach arms back. Windmill up, warrior two. Flip and revolve. Grabbing the right wrist, left thumb and index finger. Once again, watching where that front knee tracks. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten and hold. Pressing off both feet, reach both arms back. Set up for your straight leg triangle. Adjust your base, reach forward. And down, open it up. So that awareness comes in. Where's your body in the space? You can feel it. Where's your mind? Wander when we're still. You have the ability to draw it back with your breath. Reach that top arm high, flip the palm, wrap it behind. Open up the left shoulder, maybe reach with the right. Final breath. Back to the foundation. Float up to center, bend deeply into your front knee. Maybe widen your base as you come into your bent knee triangle. Reach forward and down. I like the block. It's not really a crutch. It's an anchor for alignment and that feeling of just feeling more grounded. Take those big arm circles. We're not always going to feel that grounded out there, right? So this practice gives us the tools, gives us our mind the tools. Allows us just to kind of ride the highs and the lows. More ease and grace. Come back to that foundation. Stay low in legs, float up to 2. Flip and revolve, 1 breath. Cartwheel down to the twist, plant that left palm. Reach up to the right ribs. So squeeze into the midline, and then open up through the chest, 1 more breath. Release down, take it back, high plank. Move through your vinyasa. We'll come back to the down dog. Big toes come to touch, shift forward to the plank, plant right palm, spin heels to the right. Strong, stable base before you move and play. Modify where you need to. So feeling strong and steady does not mean we're thrown off our course here and there. You can still be shaky. Reach the top arm forward and down. Optional low to high push-up. Back to down dog, left leg lifts high. On your exhale, bring knee to nose. Send it up and back. Over to the left elbow or tricep. Inhale, up and back. Cross it over, connect. Shoot the leg through for your fallen triangle. I like calling it evolved triangle. Because we're all work in progress, not perfection. Open through the heart, lift from the hips. Release down, swing the left leg up and back. On your exhale, place it through. Tap the back knee down. Nice little deep lunge here. The hip flexors to open. It gets into that psoas muscle a little bit. And then you can take it into a heart opener if you'd like. Allowing that breath to find the space. Inhale, reach high. On your exhale, release. That right leg pops to the standing split. Bring feet together and fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, rise up to your chair. Sink, settle. Guide hands through heart center. Lift your elbows, twist left, right elbow down. We have a prayer twist here. Nice little detoxifying pose. Don't forget your breath. Squeeze into the midline, stacking joints, maybe open it up. Come through center, just find a little short little mini fold. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, right foot back. Spin the back heel flat once again. Reach arms back to airplane. Windmill up, warrior two. Soft gaze forward, you're gonna come into your half moon pose. If you have a block, grab it along the way. Meet yourself right where you are. Find grace, ease, forgiveness, acceptance, and authenticity to show up as you are. Come back to the foundation. Soften the standing leg, right hand to your hips, safely step back to the warrior two. Guide the front leg straight, turn the left toes in, coming into wide angle. Arms out wide, lift and open up your heart. Come halfway down, flat back. So squeezing those shoulder blades behind, not shoulders towards your ears, you're wrapping them back and down. Release hands underneath shoulders, walk them forward to a wide angle down dog. Pressing your hips back, lengthening through your arms, underneath your shoulders. Just breathing and noticing. Take one more deep breath in. Stay through that exhale. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Walk them forward to your front foot. Come into a lizard transition. So both palms on the inside of that left foot. You can drop the bottom back knee. You can kind of fan the knee out or in. Maybe bend the back knee and grab for the foot. And then come down to your forearms. You're going to send that left foot back to Dolphin Plank. Squeeze up through the belly. Press back through the heels. Heart lifts forward. One of my favorite poses just to come into your strength. You don't have to do much here, you just have to be present. Not drifting, not fidgeting, not fussing, just present with your strength. Tap your knees, come into your Sphinx Pose. So lots of length, lots of lift. Splash down to your belly. We're going to come into one belly back bend. Let's take arms to goal pose to start. Forehead just rests. Lift your forehead, lift your chest, lift your arms. Inhale, squeeze elbows behind. Exhale, reach forward, lengthen. Inhale, squeeze behind, lift. Exhale, reach forward, lengthen. Now, squeeze behind and lift. Take arms back to airplane and lift your legs. So your hips are anchored. Find some length here, find some lift. Doesn't have to be big. You just have to show up for yourself right here. Splash down, take your cheek, look right, heels fall apart, just be. Come back to center, plant palms, tuck toes under, engage your legs, press up to your high plank. Lift hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Walk your hands back to your feet so you're at the back of your mat. Soften your knees, kind of curl your spine all the way up to standing. Arms come up overhead, lock thumbs. Index finger points. Lift your right knee up to 90. Coming into warrior 3 as you know it. Small step forward. Tap to stabilize. Engage the belly as you come in. So it's kind of like a seesaw. You're lifting from both ends, long line of energy. Gaze is neutral. Hands to heart center. So as you press, you find a little more lift. Arms wrap back to airplane. Be light, be strong. Be right here. Knee comes through to 90, arms overhead. Full breath in. Take your right arm forward, the left arm back, twist. Outside of the knee. You can grab the big toe to extend. Let your gaze travel back, just small, subtle. Come back to center, knees at 90, arms overhead. Once again, interlace, index finger points, small step, stabilize. Come on in. Hands to heart center. Wrap them back to airplane. Never in a rush. Knee comes through to 90, arms overhead. Full breath in. Left arm forward, right arm back, twist. Outside of the knee. Maybe take the big toe to extend. Let your gaze travel back, part of the pose, part of the growth and the change. Part of meeting yourself right where you are. Come back to center, finish strong here. Arms overhead. Knee is at 90. And a little more lift through the torso. Release, mountain pose. Take a small step forward, mountain pose at the top of your mat. Bend your knees, reach arms high. Guide hands through heart center. Lift the elbows, take your twist to the right. So we always have this opportunity to begin again. The beauty of this practice, the beauty really of life. But the object is not to beat yourself up when you do begin again, right? Go ahead, expand. Come through center, little mini forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, left foot back. Spin the back heel flat. Take arms back. Windmill up, warrior two. Just a soft gaze forward. You're going to come into your half moon pose. It's a shift. This pose is one of the poses that does take a lot of presence. Maybe go play. And then come back to foundation. Soften into the standing leg. Float back to warrior two. And then guide the front leg straight. Turn right toes in. Take toes out, heels in, come into your standing frog, little tilt through the pelvis, arms to goalpost, and then take arms overhead. Wrap right arm under. Eagle arms, little compression. Lift the elbows, lift the right heel up and shift a little weight right. Release the right heel down, lift the left heel up, shift a little weight left. Release the left heel, stay low in legs, release your arms. And then take left arm under. Eagle arms on the other side. Drop your bum, lift your elbows, lift both heels up, why not? Just play, be light, be present, be awake and alive. Release both heels, release your arms. Take a big dive down, a little sway. Maybe a skandasana. And then next time you're swaying forward, come into that lizard transition. You can stay high on your palms. You can drop the back knee. Just take your lizard variation. Forgot to mention at the beginning of class that you can play music on your end because you're muted. And if not for this class, next class, you can find me on Spotify, a bunch of 60-minute playlists out there for yoga. Come down to your forearms and take it back to that Dolphin Plank. Be strong, be lit up. So this pose is just a pose that just reminds me to show up. You know, there's days where I kind of feel like I'm just kind of muddling through. But just, you know, remind yourself one day at a time, that day is not going to come back again. So how do you want to show up? Tap your knees, Sphinx Pose. Heart lifts, legs are engaged. You can dial your arms forward for the seal, only if it's in your practice and you're not kind of crunching your low spine. And then we'll drop down into one more belly back bend. It can be full locust, bow pose, We're working these belly back bends next month with a focus on skydiver. So just a little spoiler alert. Just take one more breath to open up. And then release down. Take a little movement through the legs just to reset, neutralize. Tuck toes under, plant palms, press it up to the high plank. Lift hips up and back down, dog, breathe in. And breathe out. Soften your knees, walk or jump up to your hands. Downhill skier to start. Just resting elbows, lengthening through the spine. And then shoot your arms forward to the flat back squat, really super engaged. Press up to standing. Arms are overhead. Let's do a round of core line. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sway to the right. Inhale, back to center. Sway to the left. Inhale, center, a little back bend here. Hips go forward, light up through your legs. Come through center. Soften your knees, arms pull back to airplane. Chest to your thighs. And let's take our extended forward fold. You can separate feet, grab big toes, gorilla pose. Maybe your shins or your heels. Let the weight of your head go. Let your sit bones lift. Release any grip, bend your knees deeply, just kind of roll up your spine, one vertebrae at a time. Shrug your shoulders back and down. Let's do one round of dancer's pose, left arm high, inside of the right foot. Be strong and steady, just a few breaths in and controlled on the way out. Lean in. Let the kick slowly bring you up. Nice job, Lars. Windmill the arms, take it on the other side, right arm high. Inside of the left foot, so slow and steady. Not so rigid. We never want to cut off our breath in these poses. Lean in. And then the kick slowly brings you up to the top. Release, mountain pose. Separate your feet the width of your mat, take toes out. Arms up overhead, let's come into a yogi squat just to neutralize the spine. Use blocks if you need to. You can play with a crow pose or an inversion if you have space. I'm just going to enjoy the presence of just being still. And if you are enjoying a crow, you can jump back, step back. We'll all meet back in the plank. You can move through a vinyasa. Just on your time, we can all catch up in down dog. Take your time if you're taking that vinyasa. Maybe pause in that up dog. Little dips in the hips. And we'll collect back in down dog. Take a collective breath in. And a big breath out. Inhale, right leg lifts. On your exhale, place it through. Walk it across to your pigeon or take it on your back for the figure four options. Everyone's a little different. Do what's right for you. You can just ease your heart forward and enjoy this space. See if you can let go of some tension, some tightness. Slowly lift your heart. Shift weight over to the right hip. Swing your left leg around for seated head to knee. So you're grounding through your sit bones. Find those sit bones. Reach up tall. Lift arms high. Slight little twist as you fold. So you kind of take that right hand on the outside of the left foot. Draw yourself in. Find some ease, some grace. This pose kind of tells me not to force, just to allow. All our poses have those little subtle messages to what we're doing out there. Reach fingers past your toes on up. Release hands by your side. Bring both soles together for Baddha Konasana, seated butterfly. Another opportunity to open up those hips from all angles. You can lengthen. You can ease forward from the sit bones. Once you can't go any further, you can tuck chin and dome. Lengthen the crown of the head forward and rise up slowly. Take right foot long, left foot on the inner thigh. Once again, find those sit bones. Reach up tall. Slight little twist as you fold. What happens if you just kind of let the muscles go, find a little more ease, maybe a little more space there. Reach fingers past your toes on up. Release hands by your side. You're going to come into half pigeon on the other side. You can swing the right leg back. Come back to down dog and enter it that way again. You can ease onto your back for the figure four. Wherever you land, you just be. Coming out slowly, lifting your heart. If you're on your back, just remain on your back. You're going to shift weight over to your left hip. Swing that right leg around. Everyone ease onto your back and hug your right knee into your chest. Give it a good, loving squeeze. Tucking chin slightly to keep that neck neutral. Everything's in a long line of energy. Give it a good squeeze. And then bring your knee to 90. Just shift your hips so they stack and take a spinal twist. Shoulders are relaxed down. More ease than effort here. And then come back to center. Right heel to the ceiling for length and just slowly let it lower as you extend it forward and down. Hug left knee in, give it a good squeeze. Letting go of the doing, more being present. Bring your knee to 90, stack your hips and take your spinal twist. Shoulders are relaxed. And then come back to center once again, heel to the ceiling. Lower it down with some resistance. Place yourself into your final rest Shavasana pose, just like any other pose with intention. This pose is the ultimate state of being. So just be and receive. Society has us thinking we have to always be on the go, always have to be busy. But we think we are being productive. What our bodies and minds crave is the stillness, is the quiet, is the calm. We will be more successful in all our endeavors if we can let go of the habit of running all the time and take in the little pauses to relax and recenter ourselves. We'll also have a lot more joy in living. Thich Nhat Hanh. Wiggle toes and fingers, just bring your body subtly back to life. Noticing along the way what it feels to be ultimately present and just being. Take arms overhead, big stretch of the spine. Hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a good squeeze. Gently roll to the right, and on your time, make your way up to a seat. Bring your hands to your heart center, sitting up nice and tall. Give yourself a loving thank you for showing up tonight. Honoring you, your presence, the importance of just meeting yourself where you are. Thumbs up to your forehead center. In much gratitude, we bow. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much, Colleen. It was great.